YouTube, Andrew Summers here, coming at you with a description video for my Voyager MCV, version 2. Now, if you've been on this channel long enough, you'll know that the Voyager MCV is actually a truck I featured here on my channel some years ago. I think it was in 2017. My How Time Flies. It was basically just like an SUV converted to military use, modeled sort of after the Toyota Land Cruiser. In recent months, I took a look at that design, the old one, and I said, you know what, I'd like to bring that back, and I came up with this, the second version of it. So, as you can sort of tell, maybe, this truck has gone through a lot of renovation here to make it what it is right now. Most noticeably, you might see that it's a different color, dark gray instead of light gray. I like dark gray more for my U.S. military stuff these days, and I went with that color scheme because I just think it looks a bit cooler than the light gray stuff. But onto the model and its features. Just like before, you have working steering in the front set of wheels, suspension on all of them. You have opening doors. These ones are a little bit more difficult to open, but trust me, they do open. Let's see if I can actually do it without it blowing up. Ah, there we go. So you can see the doors open up, and if you pan inside here, you can also see that there is indeed space for 4 minifigures. I'd try to get the front doors open, but I don't want to demolish the model right in front of you here. But yeah, doors open and close. The windscreens, I would love it if LEGO would expand its parts palette a little bit more in terms of translucent pieces. You can see how I've got these translucent 1x2 tiles, but then these modified 2x2 plates, not translucent, had to use black. I would have loved it if these came in translucent black, or I guess brown now the color is called. But it would be great if LEGO would do that because a lot of my models would look, I think, even better if they did that. Onto the front of the model, like the 2500 series truck I posted before, the grille is of the fence variety. It doesn't use those 1x2 tiles. Pretty much the same bumper as the 2500 series truck. About the only real difference is that this includes like a little bull bar underneath it for, you know, serious off-roading, that sort of thing. And then on the hood, or bonnet, as some may say, you've got a little rope here, just a matter of detailing. The windscreen has some lights over it. And then if we turn the model onto the other side, you'll also see that there is a snorkel here. So if you're fording water, or if you're going through desert environments, you don't clog up the engine there. And then the rest of the side panel is pretty much the same. Other fun detail of this model, you might notice there are specks of red underneath it. Well, those are simulated suspension components. That was one of my favorite design elements of the first model, was that it looked like it had, you know, working shocks or something underneath the wheels, and I carried that over into this one. Onto the rear 3/4, you can see that we have some various communications equipment. You got a relay antenna here, a sensor of some kind, and yet another sensor. You can also see that I'm using these roller skate pieces as like smoke launchers. That's a fun little detail. I love using those things. Those and the binocular pieces. Those are both really good for smoke launcher components. And then if we fully turn the model around, on the tailgate, you can see that there's a spare tire equipped. Then there's also a gas can or a water can of some sort. Tow hitch down there, so you can hitch up a trailer, which, funny enough, I've never really built a trailer. I did it once, but never have I really built trailers, and yet the ability to hitch them onto my vehicles is kind of like one of my priorities when designing. Funny how that works. And then, of course, the gate opens like so. So you can see inside there's quite a bit of room for gear, weapons, helmets, other accessories. And we can close that back up. And you can see that it's kind of a US vehicle because I've included a little gray, blue cheese slope right there. The fenders. I love the construction of the fenders. Here you can see I'm using those Ingo pieces. I think the Ingos blend very well with the cheese slope. So like there's that little half plate offset or something going on there that kind of bleeds into the Ingo. Just makes it look like you got larger fenders to accommodate larger tires, and it looks more like rugged and off-road. And then for the last bit of detail, we'll go up top, and you can see here I have got a minigun set up. I think it's Black Fin Bricks that makes these ammo cans. I got it from a friend. He gave these a couple of those to me, and I'm using them here for the minigun. Minigun is Brick Arms, of course. The figure itself, you get the Brickmania helmet, Brick Tactical vest, and then I think the balaclava. Yeah, that's who makes that? I think the Magnifico, or I don't know. A lot of people make balaclavas. Can't get enough of them though. And then of course you can see that there's a gun shield on it, made from half of a book. So I think that's a fairly clever use of that piece. And then just some flex tubing to create the turret ring there. But anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Voyager MCV version 2, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.